Welcome back to the 2-minute drill. The start of the 2016 season. It's just in a couple hours. The Bison head to Westfield State to take on the Owls in an annual opener. Dale, you're entering your third year at Nichols here. Talk about what's changed from the first year, both with recruiting, with the facilities, just overall with your staff. What's changed and what can we look forward to?
I would say we could start with the facilities. I mean, when I first got here, our locker room, they were remodeling the locker room to get it up to snuff. Then they decided, the heck with that. Let's just move you to a classroom. We're in a classroom for the next season, and then we finally got down to the brand new locker room where it is now. So again, the facilities. It's great to come into camp this year, knowing where we're going to be, knowing that it's top notch. Throughout this summer, having to bring in our recruits for their official visits and unofficial visits, having them walk through, the brand new facility that we have there. We feel very proud of it, and again, not only for our recruits, but the guys that are returning. Our seniors really appreciate it. With Demir being the head of a laundry now this year, a team equipment manager, it's just the system's been set up since day one. So we're great there. Being in the third season, we have guys that even though it's my third year, I consider all these guys on my team, if they're a senior, that I might not have recruited them in high school. Certainly, I think myself and the staff recruited them to stay on the team. So I feel like we're all one, heading in the right direction. So it's been a positive experience. We're really looking forward to kicking off for us Westfield tonight.
Lastly, we'll just touch on the recruiting again. Just how exciting is it to be able to bring a student athlete on campus now than it was 2 years ago, where you might hide certain things from them, and now you want to show them the locker room, you want to show them the turf field, you want to show them amenities. Where before it was something, the weight room's over there.
Yeah, 100% right. We never showed them the weight room. I never did. I never brought them to the weight room. I nenever brought them to the locker room. We just kind of tried to sell them on the education here. We sold them on the campus, the environment, the community. But we never brought them down. And there was a reason, because quite honestly, their high schools that we go and visit were much better. Now we're above that. So now we can bring them in here and show them, the upgrade, the progression from high school to college, the difference. And I tell you what, we talk about the weight room and the locker room. Even with Coach Bennett, the training room, that is awesome to bring them down there to see all the benches with our, Nichols sports medicine everywhere, the new ice baths. I mean, we had 48 guys down there every day, and I bet you they were lucky to get 10 in the old place. So, it's efficient. It's handling everybody. We're very, very excited.
Right. Let's talk about training camp, how everybody came through that, any camp battles that went on, and just overall thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can start with the quarterback position. We brought a young man in here from Virginia, Chris Mullins. He had a PG year up at Bridgeton. He also was at Merrimack on a scholarship. Went back to Virginia for a season. Our offensive coordinator, Luke Banikowski, he went and said, hey, I got a kid that I know that has been kind of looking for another school, another opportunity to play football. We brought him here. It ends up his family grew up about an hour away from here. It was a great fit. He fell in love with the campus. We brought him in to battle with McCourt. He ended up beating out McCourt for the starting position for this upcoming game. As you know, in football, things change all the time, but he's had a great camp, and McCourt's done, he's been fantastic himself. I wouldn't say he's accepted the new role, but he's certainly pushing, for the starting position, and which creates competition, and that's what we're looking for. Another position that we were looking at, some of the receiving core, Derek's back, but we also have a couple young freshmen that are pushing for that as well. So, all in all, competition was good. We're happy with the class. We're going to start out some freshmen. I guess I should talk about the running back situation as well. We brought in a highly Massachusetts recruit, Josh Pierre, who actually I coached 1 year in high school before I left Millis, and he's had a great camp. He came in as probably the number 3 back. But has quickly moved his way up to the starting role. Granted, Grant Clemick's a little bit banged up right now, but we look forward to seeing what he can do tonight. So offensively, I would say, all eyes should be on Chris and Josh, on offense. Defensively, we have a lot of the same returners. We have a Walpole recruit that we really like in the defensive backfield named Lavingi, who's done a really nice job in camp. An outside backer from Georgia, Mike Sprawlings, has done a really nice job. And then the senior leadership that we have there and the experience, should make the defense pretty tough this season.
You've got 3 captains going into the year, 2 at the linebacker position, Brett McAvoy, who was all-conference last year, and Matt McEvely, who's a senior, and then a tight end, which is a position that hasn't been utilized tremendously as far as the passing game goes. But just talk about those 3 kids real quick and their importance to the program.
Absolutely. Brett, obviously, he does it both on and off the field. Led New England Football Conference in tackles this year. He was first team all conference last year, as well as second team ECAC. So in order for us to have success, we're going to need him to continue that upward swing. Matt McEvely's a two-time captain for us, done everything. We've ever asked from him as a coaching staff. He's come into camp probably the best shape of his life. He's probably about the same weight, but he's moved it around. So he's very excited to show what he has to offer this year. Matt Campbell, you touched him on tight end. We might not throw to him too much, but he's certainly utilized in the run game and certainly special teams. He's our long snapper and handles all that as well. What we've done differently this year is for our fourth captain, we're going to announce it weekly. This year it's Brian Camacho for this game. Brian took on a bunch of, he's a senior. He's been part of the program when I got here. He's done a great job rallying the younger kids in the defensive back group. He's been a great leader for us. So, to have him walk out there for the coin toss today I know is going to mean a lot to him and a lot to our team.
And finally, let's talk about Westfield State. This is kind of an annual rivalry. You've played them before. Just what have you seen on film, and what should we look forward to?
Yeah, they're kind of, they're they're kind of like us. They brought in some guys to the competition, especially at quarterback. You're going to, based on the depth chart I received, they're going to start a transfer student from AIC who competed in 5 games for them last year, started in one of them. So I'm going to assume we're going to have our hands full with him. He's a big kid out of New York, about 6'3", 220. They also had a couple other transfers from AIC, a running back as well. So I think they're kind of be in the same position as us. They have some experience coming back, have a couple of transfers and some youth to fill in the spots. So I expect a competitive game and probably to come down to the wire. I know the last few years we've had an overtime game here. A few years back they kind of punched one in with about a minute to go and a Hail Mary. So I expect this game to be very similar to that. It'll be a hard-fought game to the end.
Fans, if you can't make it out to Westfield, NicholsAthletics.com has a webcast as well as live stats. Coach Olmsted, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.